Alright. Okay. Assalamualaikum dan selamat pagi kepada semua pendengar dan subscribers Facebook UMK Official. Okay. Hari ini kita kembali dalam Sembang Santai Siri 9. Accepting reality change is a new norm. Are you game? Okay. So hari ni kita santai-santai je sebenarnya dengan nama Sembang Santai. Okay.
Ya, betul.
So topik yang kita akan bincangkan hari ni topik yang menarik yang kena pada situasi sekarang dalam keadaan rakyat Malaysia yang tengah mengalami situasi yang tak pernah kita alami sebelum ni, dan bukan sahaja Malaysia, satu dunia tengah mengalami situasi ini. Okay. So hari ini saya ingin mengalu-alukan dan juga UMK mengalu-alukan dan berbesar hati menerima kehadiran panel kita pada hari ini, iaitu Madam Raja Azura Mahayuddin.
Assalamualaikum semua. Selamat pagi.
Okay. Jadi untuk kita memulakan Sembang Santai pada hari ini, saya akan membacakan sedikit lah, profil Madam Raja Azura ni, ataupun senang dibahasakan diri sebagai Kak Azura. An inspirational, accomplished and the ground leader in the field of human capital and audit. Raja Azura Raja Mahayuddin was the CEO Yayasan Pengeraju for 7 years. 7 tahun ya, merajui Yayasan Pengeraju. Focusing her effort in nation building and supporting talent in realizing their dreams and aspiration via providing quality education and training with talent nurture and development programs being developed and carried out to unleash talents in their highest potential. Sepanjang menerajui Yayasan Peneraju, Puan Raja Azura telah merealisasikan 25,000 young talents, especially for B40 group untuk mencapai impian masing-masing. Sangat sesuai lah kita menjemput Madam Raja Azura pada hari ini untuk berkongsi idea dan pengalaman dalam mengharungi situasi yang agak sukar bagi rakyat Malaysia pada hari ini. Azura bring with her 20 years of experience in the field of human capital, audit and nation building. She has previously served Malaysian Airlines as Chief Internal Auditor and Executive Vice President, Human Capital, Khazanah Nasional Berhad as Senior Vice President, Strategic Human Capital Management, and Arthur Anderson & Co. as Assistant Manager of the Service Division. Right? In an environment where the numbers of women leaders is lacking, she stands out as an inspiration to other women who aspired to lead in the corporate sector. Iron Lady Malaysia ya, Madam Azura.
Tak adalah Iron Lady sangat.
In 2014, she was a recipient of the inaugural Malaysia Woman of Excellence Award for quasi-government category. She also been recognized as one of the 29 influential leaders honorees by the Association to Advance Collegiate School of Business, ASSB International, in February 2019. Right? Azura was awarded the Excellent Alumni Award Public Sector in 2004 by University Utara Malaysia and was conferred the Global HR Excellence Award 2011-2012 by World HRD Congress for her contribution at the corporate level. Saya berbanggalah, saya pun alumni UM.
Alhamdulillah.
Alhamdulillah. Now, she also actively contributes in the internal audit profession, has served on the board of governors of the Institute of Internal Auditors Malaysia for 3 years, and was previously chairman of the International Association of Airline Auditors. She also a member of MIA, Malaysian Institute of Accountants, and has served as a member of the Board of Director of Malaysia Professional Accountancy Centre, MyPAC. She has been appointed as Independent Non-Executive Director of Chemical Company of Malaysia, Berhad, and as Chairman of the Board for USIM Tijarah Holding, Sdn Berhad in June 2019 and January 2020 respectively. Okay. Panjang saya baca biodata Kak Zura. So apa kata kita dengar? Can you share with us the experience and key learning points going through the leadership journey? Silakan.
Assalamualaikum semua. Selamat Hari Raya, maaf lahir batin pada semua yang mendengar. Terima kasih kerana tune in untuk mendengar sesi pada hari ini. Mula-mula saya rasa mungkin saya nak cerita sikit tentang perjalanan journey career saya supaya dapat manfaatnya bersama. Satu yang saya nak tekankan, saya actually local product Universiti Utara Malaysia. Jadi siapa kata local graduate tak boleh, local graduate semua insyaAllah boleh buat yang terbaik sebenarnya. Kalau kita betul-betul nak jadi yang terbaik, yang tergemilang, kita kena usaha. Tak semestinya kalau kita local product kita tak boleh menjadi corporate leaders ataupun leader pimpinan di luar sana ya. So saya belajar di Universiti Utara Malaysia, graduate pada tahun 1997, mid of 1997, Bachelor of Accounting, dan bila saya graduate tu saya kena buat keputusan nak bekerja macam mana. 1997 is actually quite a tough year sebab economy is not doing really well juga. Tapi alhamdulillah saya dapat 3 offer masa tu untuk bekerja. Satu dengan financial institution, secondly dengan one plantation company, and the other one with accounting firm. So kalau ikut nak gaji tinggi memang saya akan pergi dekat financial institution tu lah. Sebab within 1.5 year diorang offer terus jadi assistant manager terus is a management program. Gaji 2,000 lebih. Masa tahun 1997 tu 2,000 lebih tu banyak tu. Ya, tapi bila saya fikir balik, saya rasa untuk saya tak nak ikut jalan shortcut, saya nak melalui satu pengalaman di mana kita boleh mendapat pengalaman yang betul dari bawah. So I want to start from zero untuk mencapai apa yang saya nak capai sebagai seorang accountant lah. Jadi saya pilih untuk masuk Art and Design. Saya di sana selama 4.5 tahun. Semasa saya meninggalkan Art and Design, saya penolong urus masa tu ya. Satu ya, kalau ada pelajar-pelajar perakaunan, accounting student, saya nak cakap, if you want to be a good accountant, it's very important for you to be able to tengok balance sheet, P&L, cash flow, and you'll be able to know the health of the organisation. Accountant ni dia doktor syarikat. Maknanya nak tahu syarikat tu sakit ke, syarikat tu sihat ke, bagus ke. By looking at the profit and loss, balance sheet and also the cash flow, you'll be able to know whether the company is doing well or not. So you have to reach to that level kalau you nak jadi accountant yang bagus. Tak payah tengok belakang-belakang, you tengok depan tu je, you'll be able to do that. So you doktor syarikat lah. Yeah. So alhamdulillah, I've been able to achieve what I want to achieve. Dan saya telah join Malaysia Airlines. Saya di Malaysia Airlines selama 10 tahun sebenarnya. Dan banyak yang saya belajar di sana sebab saya mula dengan internal audit. Bila masuk internal audit tu, kita belajar tentang operational processes sebab kita tengok bahagian-bahagian dalam syarikat, semua-semua apa yang kita nak improve dari segi prosesnya. Dan kemudian saya masuk, saya establish Organisation and Matters Department. So Organisation Matters Department ni more of looking at policy procedure syarikat. So mula-mula saya belajar accounting, kemudian saya belajar tentang operational processes. Masuk Organisation and Matters, saya belajar tentang dokumentasi policy procedures. So I wanted to get that overall experience. Dan seterusnya saya telah dilantik sebagai Chief Internal Auditor Malaysia Airlines. Masa tu umur saya 37 tak salah saya. I was the Chief Internal Auditor of Malaysia Airlines at the age of 32 actually. Yeah, and that is where the leadership punya transformation begins for me lah as the Chief Internal Auditor. And masa tu Malaysia Airlines tengah melalui proses transformasi. I was there for 10 years with 5 CEOs actually in Malaysia Airlines. So going through transformation after transformation. So it's a lot of learning curve. Internal audit, saya buat transformation di internal audit itself. Kemudian saya ke khazanah untuk mendapat exposure HR, human resource, sebab saya suka bekerja dengan with people. I love engagement, I love working with people. So Jadi accountant doesn't mean that you have to stick or start with the accounting profession. I've chosen my profession to be in human resources and also human capital. So I switched my career to HR, masuk Khazanah for a year, learning about leadership and also performance management there. And I was called back to Malaysia Airlines untuk jadi Executive Vice President Human Capital. And that's where I tried to put through the People Transformation Plan. Dan tak sempat masa tu untuk melaksanakan the whole People Transformation Plan. I was called to lead Yayasan Peneraju Pendidikan Bumi Putra. That was in year 2012. Masa tu saya berusia 39 tahun. I was called to lead Yayasan Peneraju Pendidikan Bumi Putra. Tak ada apa-apa pun, ada account, bank account dengan registration je. So starting from zero, we have to build Yayasan Peneraju. I was there for 7 years. Banyak yang saya belajar sebagai seorang CEO, terutamanya macam mana kita nak manage stakeholders, nak manage people on the ground, jumpa warga-warga Malaysia kat luar sana untuk memastikan kita boleh jadi seseorang yang boleh impact life of others. Switching from corporate to the job of nation building is totally a different things altogether. But what most important is our nawaitu lah. That's how I see it, kan? And I want to really make sure that I'll be able to impact people's life. And Alhamdulillah 7 years there, saya dapat membantu, saya tim yang sebenarnya dapat membantu 25,000 pelajar-pelajar Bumi Putra, Alhamdulillah. Dan majority adalah daripada golongan yang susah. Sebab kita ada juga program professional accountant ya. Jadi yang ambil accounting ada program professional accounting untuk buat ACCA, nak buat MICTA dan lain-lain juga. Nanti boleh check Yayasan Peneraju punya website. Sekarang ni pun tengah ada opening tak salah saya ya. February, March 2019 saya selesai berkhidmat di Yayasan Peneraju dan saya decided to take a break lah. Nak berehat. Daripada 21 tahun dah bekerja tu penat. Jadi why not take a break and try to start putting a tick to my wish list. Banyak benda yang kita nak buat kan. Tak nak kerja je. Jadi saya dapatlah letak 2 tick pada wish list saya. Salah satunya dapat pergi umrah buat Ramadan kat sana dan juga dapat hari raya kat sana. Dan satu lagi kita buat quiz yang pertama. Ya. The first quiz maybe Nadzirah boleh share Hari ini kita ada quiz dan siapa yang dapat jawab. Ya, Nadzirah.
Okay, saya lupa tadi nak mention awal. Okay, so untuk sesi hari ni kita bertuah lah sebab panel kita hari ni Kak Zura nak share minimum 4 orang yang boleh jawab soalan daripada Kak Zura akan dapat RM50. Okay, so stay tune hingga habis talk kita pada pagi ni untuk dapatkan duit raya daripada kita punya panel. Alright, so, nak mulakan yang first?
Ya, untuk quiz yang pertama, selepas saya habis berkhidmat di Yayasan Peneraju, saya telah melanjutkan atau nak memenuhi impian saya yang lain lah. Ya, saya telah sambung belajar. Jadi ada tak sesiapa, siapa yang dapat masuk the first live comment, saya belajar di mana dan buat program apa. Itu adalah komentar untuk quiz pertama ya. Saya sambung belajar di mana?
Okay, media dah sambung belajar di mana dan bidang apa? Jawapan yang pertama betul, saya umum terus.
Ya, betul. Jadi kita tengok nanti ya. Siapa yang dapat menjawab soalan tu. Dan berbalik pada kerja saya, lepas tu saya sekarang ni saya belum lagi masuk untuk pekerjaan yang buat full time. So it's more of doing the board membership. Alhamdulillah balik-balik daripada umrah tu saya dapat CCM, Chemical Company of Malaysia as board of directors. Saya juga berkhidmat untuk YAPIM, 2 syarikat YAPIM yang saya jadi board of directors juga. Juga membantu dari segi nomination and remuneration committee di YAPIM, dan pada awal tahun ini dilantik sebagai chairman untuk USIM Tijarah Chamber Berhad. Jadi apa yang saya nak cuba share, admin kalau boleh share slide nombor 3 apa yang saya nak share dengan
Okay, saya dapat jawapan betul daripada Frida Pida. Okay, Frida Pida bagi jawapan betul, UM dan accounting, betul
bukan, salah.
Salah.
Selepas saya habis bekerja di Yayasan Peneraju, saya ada sambung belajar. pada tahun lepas.
Bukan. Okay.
Jadi siapa yang pandai pergi Google cari kat mana, kalau cari dekat LinkedIn,
Okay.
dekat Facebook saya semua ada maklumat. Apa yang saya
Bukan
buat saya
bukan degree ya, cuba cari
degree.
selepas sambung selepas selepas.
Tahun lepas di mana saya menyambung pembelajaran dan
Okay, boleh cari.
kursus apa. Ya.
Cari ya.
Okay.
Kita
Okay,
tunggu lagi.
jadi saya sementara tunggu tu, maybe saya boleh cerita sikit tentang highlights on leadership. What is it yang important when we talk about leadership lah. Mula-mula bila kita bekerja tu selalunya memang kita more focus on ourselves sebab kita nak memastikan yang kita boleh dapat wang yang cukup dan lain-lain lah untuk survive dalam dunia pekerjaan. Tapi kalau kita dah jadi leader ni, I think what the three important part yang saya nak cakap, satu adalah leadership should not be driven by power or wealth. It needs to be driven by niat, nawaitu kita, dan juga tenacity kita, tenaga usaha kita, dan juga macam mana kita nak connect, nak berhubung dengan orang lain dan cuba untuk influence, untuk menjadikan apa yang kita nak buat tu berjaya. That's very very important. Secondly is about turning passion to profession. Maknanya kalau kita ada passion, bila kita dah habis dah bekerja kita nak buat sesuatu yang kita suka, kalau kita ada passion tu, kita cuba cari passion yang boleh bantu untuk dijadikan profession. So I've started with as an accountant, but passion saya adalah lebih untuk berhubung kiranya line to people. So I turn myself to become a HR practitioner. So that's where turning your passion to profession. I love to help people, I love to do charity work. So working in Yayasan Peraju is about turning my passion to profession. But at times, kita tak boleh nak tukar kita punya profession jadi passion. Yang pentingnya kita cuba juga. Kalau kita tak boleh, katalah kita suka mancing ikan, nak buat satu yang tentang mancing ikan, tak boleh. Dan kita ada profession dan kita kena cuba pastikan profession kita tu boleh jadi satu yang kita ada passion. It's very important to make sure that kerja kita buat tu kita suka. Sebab when we like what we do, we will do it full-heartedly. Kita akan buat sebaik-baik mungkin, kita tak rasa macam bekerja pun. Kita rasa macam kita buat hobi kita. So it's very very important to make sure that we be able to turn our profession also to become our passion. Kalau kita tak boleh turn passion to profession. Dan at the end of the day, make sure yang the end game, bila kita ada satu objektif atau matlamat tu, it's not about ourselves anymore. It's always about making sure that it can be the success of others as well. Itulah kalau kita cakap tentang pemimpin, kalau kita ada pemimpin ni, it's not just about ourselves all the time. It's also about ensuring other people around us will be successful. Sebab the best leader is the leader who be able to create greater leader than herself or himself. Then you are the leader that should be emulated by others. So ada tak jawapan betul setakat ni? Saya rasa saya tak nampak lagi jawapan yang betul. Tak ada dalam profil saya di sini. Kalau nak kena cari, pergi cari dekat saya punya LinkedIn, dekat Google saya ada buat cerita tentang perjalanan akademik saya atau perjalanan pembelajaran saya. You will be able to catch it there. Siapa boleh jawab tadi? Soalannya adalah selepas saya meninggalkan Yayasan Peraju pada tahun 2019, saya sambung belajar. So di mana saya sambung belajar dan bidang apa yang saya sambung belajar?
Okey, belum ada jawapan betul. Boleh Google lagi. Boleh cari lagi?
Diorang kena cari dekat Facebook saya, dekat LinkedIn saya, dekat Instagram saya ada. We'll be able to get the information there. UUM AACSB, that one is an award actually. CCSA is a title. So saya belajar apa, saya belajar di mana dan bidang apa.
Okey, boleh teruskan mencari.
Okey, boleh teruskan mencari. Cari dalam LinkedIn, dalam Google, dalam Instagram saya, semua ada sebenarnya. Saya menceritakan perjalanan saya.
Alright.
Mungkin kita boleh teruskan sementara menunggu mereka menjawab soalan.
Okey, saya setuju dengan poin pertama Kak Azura tadi. Tak semestinya local graduan ni tak setanding international graduan kan. Saya sendiri pun pendidikan memang lokal dan lokal pun boleh sama level dan boleh menghasilkan graduan yang berkualiti. Okay. So kita terus fokus kepada topik hari ni. Boleh ya?
Boleh.
Okay.
Tak ada jawapan betul lagi ke?
Tak ada jawapan lagi?
Cari informasi dekat Facebook Raja Azura, Raja Mahayuddin. Scroll ke bawah dalam hujung tahun, the last September, Oktober punya posting. Kat situ ada cakap.
Dah bagi clue besar dah tu. So dia scroll. Cepat scroll
LinkedIn pun ada. LinkedIn pun ada. Instill pun ada.
Okay. Scroll sampai jumpa last year punya. Okay. Alright. Okay, sambil tu kita continue. Tak apa. Kalau ada jawapan betul, dia akan dapat hadiah. Boleh Okay. So let us get into the discussion today. Accepting reality, change is a new norm. Are you game? Okay. Firstly, I wish to focus on the statement, change is a new norm. Your comment and feedback on this.
Okay. Bila kita bercakap tentang change is a new norm ni, memang rata-rata kita perlu berubah. And sekarang ni disebabkan oleh a lot of things happening around ni. When we talk about globalization, we talk about technology, we talk about crisis semua ni, kita perlu mengubah banyak perkara secara sometimes immediately. Immediate. Macam kita cakap tentang COVID ni kan. There are so many adjustment that we have to do kan, in terms of ensuring that we'll be able to get untuk menjalankan operasi seperti biasa tu lah. And it's not easy. Dan pada saya change ni is something really good. Kita perlu melakukan perubahan sebab kita tak akan boleh survive kalau kita tak berubah. Saya nak share satu video sebenarnya. Video ni adalah tajuk dia VUCA, V-U-C-A. VUCA, V-U-C-A. Okay, quiz nombor 2. Kita dah masuk quiz nombor 2 ya Nadzirah?
Okay.
Okay.
Boleh? Boleh.
Quiz nombor 2, quiz nombor 2 adalah apakah maksud VUCA?
Okay, apakah maksud VUCA Okay.
Apakah maksud VUCA? Ada tak sesiapa yang mungkin tadi nombor 1 tak ada orang lagi yang boleh jawab dari segi saya belajar di mana lepas saya meninggalkan Yayasan Peraju. Soalan kedua untuk duit raya
duit raya siapa nak duit raya sila dapatkan jawapan dengan segera.
Apakah VUCA? Apa maksud V? Apa maksud U? Apa maksud C dan apa maksud A? VUCA. Ada siapa yang mungkin boleh nak mencuba?
Ada, kita tunggu sekejap. Ada nak menjawab VUCA tu apa?
Ini kalau Google ni kejap je dapat sebenarnya kalau VUCA. Lagi senang daripada soalan pertama sebenarnya. Kita nantikan ada tak mana-mana pelajar-pelajar yang dapat menangkap apa dia VUCA. Pernah dengar tak VUCA tu apa?
Bukan setakat student dalam ni, kita pun ada pensyarah pun ada dalam ni.
Okay, saya nampak seorang dia dapat jawab VUCA. Ali Asghar.
Ali Asghar.
Volatility, uncertainty, complexity and ambiguity. Kita ada pemenang untuk quiz nombor 2. Dapat duit raya
Ali Asghar nanti PM admin admin akan bagi nombor akaun untuk duit raya. Okay, tahniah kepada Ali Asghar Okay, tahniah. Kita ada pemenang pertama. Soalan yang kedua, yang pertama tadi tak ada jawapan lagi Dia teruskan mencari jawapan.
Masih soalan dia adalah di mana saya meneruskan pembelajaran saya selepas saya tinggalkan Yayasan Peraju. Maknanya saya meneruskan pembelajaran saya tahun lepas. Tahun lepas. Di mana saya meneruskan pembelajaran saya tahun lepas. So tahniah Encik Ali Asghar. Okay, kita boleh proceed dengan video VUCA kita. What is VUCA? Admin boleh bantu untuk play the video. Sound tak keluar
Tak dengar.
Masih tak ada sound
Oh, ada masalah teknikal agaknya.
Oh, okey, kita tunggu sementara masalah teknikal dia boleh diselesaikan ya. Jadi masih tak ada lagi yang dapat menjawab soalan di mana saya belajar tu ya. Interesting tu, kena cari dalam social media. Banyak kali saya cerita pasal saya ambil exam, pasal first class saya, semua ada di situ. Ya. Dan saya masih lagi. Ya.
Dan pendengar semua,
masih menunggu video ya.
tunggu video. Okey, tengah loading. Okey.
Okay. Itulah video tentang VUCA, VUCA tadi yang kita cakap tentang 4 benda ya, volatility, uncertainty, complexity dan juga ambiguity. Kita akan cerita sikit, saya akan cerita sikit tentang VUCA ni dan macam mana kaitan dia dengan change yang kita nak lalui. Dan sebelum tu tadi sementara video tu saya dah tengok live comments, nampaknya kita dah ada pemenang untuk soalan quiz pertama. Saya nampak Nur Amnah.
Nur Amnah ya?
Ya, Nur Amnah 1023.
Okay.
Nur Amnah. Ada tadi ya?
Ada.
Ada. Harry Award University, saya buat MBA, Master of Business Administration. Tahniah. Tak tahu dah Puan Nur Amnah ke Cik Nur Amnah sebab saya tak nampak muka dekat syariat ni. Ya, tahniah untuk dapat beraya hari ni.
Okay, tahniah kepada Nur Amnah, boleh PM kepada admin untuk dapatkan duit raya. Okay, tahniah.
Okay, tahniah.
Teruskan.
Yang lain-lain jangan risau, ada lagi 2 soalan dan mungkin kalau banyak interaction kita buat boleh dapat lagi lebih soalan ya. Lagi ramai dapat duit raya insyaAllah ya. Okay, jadi mungkin saya teruskan tentang sharing untuk menceritakan tentang VUCA ni. Saya tak tahu ramai tak yang tahu tentang VUCA ni. Dah lama sebenarnya word VUCA ni come to the picture. When we talk about VUCA, usually the 4 element is volatility, uncertainty, complexity and ambiguity. So what does it mean by volatility? Currently kalau kita tengok di mana-mana kita lihat pun, we are operating in complex environment, very complex environment due to dah now beyond boundaries dah tak ada, and then dengan teknologi yang berkembang pesat where too many things are changing almost rapidly, almost immediately ya. Tahu-tahu je tiba-tiba a new things has come into the picture, and because of the change, everything around the change has to also change lah. So things are very volatile kalau kita tengok dalam kehidupan kita sekarang ni. Jadi strategi yang lama dulu, traditional kita dulu, sebab selalunya bila kita buat strategi ni dia jangka panjang untuk lama kan. Kalau kita buat selalunya strategi planning semua, ingat lagi dulu saya buat strategi plan 5 ke 10 tahun. Now you want to look at strategic planning, we can't go even to 5 years anymore sebab 5 tahun tu dah kira terlampau panjang dah ya. And our strategic plan usually will go to medium term, which is more to maybe 3 years. We forecasted to 5 years, but we have to really see how the 3 years work lah. So world is very volatile, things are very volatile out there, changing almost every day. So how do you want to make sure that we would be able to come up with a working strategy dan juga operationalizing it through agility. Kita need to be very agile, need to be very flexible and also versatile. Maknanya whenever change comes, we would be able to change as well. That is about volatility. And then we talk about uncertainty. Sekarang ni it is so hard for us to predict what is going to happen even tomorrow. You know, when COVID happened, we never expect that it's going to be hitting the whole world as what can happen sekarang kan. So it is very important to ensure that we need to be looking at things and define environment, having to look at risiko di sana dan juga predicting the worst of things as well happening so that we would be able to know how exactly to tackle uncertainty. For example, usually you will have a few options of how to do things. So kalau option 1 didn't work, how do you then go into option 2 or 3 or 4 depending on the permutation of things happening out there in the working environment or even in our life environment. So when we talk about complexity will always talk about interconnectivity and also interdependency. So our life now is so complex. Well, our life lah. The whole world is actually so complex with so many dependability on things that had happened. If you were to look at example, tourism industry, how the impact has been for tourism industry when COVID-19 happened. So because of the interdependency to other parameters out there, and also juga dengan interconnectivity dia, I mean if it's airline, kalau we can't go, we can't travel, that's it. It will definitely impact the business itself lah. So complexity is about how do we ensure that if we do going traditional way of doing things, tak boleh nak happen. So how do we be more adaptive and flexible to make sure that we be able to get things happen. So kita tak boleh ada system or operating punya situation that will need us to change, that take change too long. Maknanya kalau nak tukar sesuatu tu berbulan-bulan baru boleh tukar. Masa tu kita baru nak tukar, benda baru dah sampai dah. So we will not be able to be in the moment to get things happen. And lastly is about ambiguity. Ambiguity ni memang sama-sama. Kita too many interpretation to one word. When we talk about maybe COVID-19, people can actually interpret it in many ways kan. So everybody will have their own different way of interpreting it. And how do you make sure that we would be able to find the right context in terms of doing what we want to do. Sebab kalau kita tak faham betul, nanti masalahnya bila kita nak cuba buat sesuatu, we may not be able to adapt to the right situation that need to be adapted lah. So it is very important when we talk about ambiguity, is about trying to understand from different perspective. Maknanya kalau kita nak faham tu tak boleh faham apa yang kita faham je. We need to be able to get understanding and interpretation from others of what the situation is like, trying to connect everything that need to be connected, and then assess how exactly you want to do it, then you implement it. And bila you implement pula, tak boleh satu cara je. You need to have options as well, so that kalau cara pertama tak jalan, you would be able to see how exactly you want to do it differently in different situation. So that is actually VUCA. So VUCA world is a brave world that everybody have to face now. It's really competitive. Things are changing like almost every day. It is not easy, I know, for everyone. We have to really be agile enough. We need to be able to adjust ourselves to the change quick enough to ensure that kita boleh sama-sama with what is happening around the world to move forward for the betterment, not just for us, but also for the country, for the nation, and ensure that Malaysia would be able to sustain to be a strong country. Itu feedback saya tentang VUCA lah. Nadzirah. Kalau ada soalan ke apa-apa ke, kita tengok.
Okay, kita dapat concludekan lah apa yang Madam Azura bincangkan tentang VUCA dengan the real world sekarang, inilah yang berlaku, betul? Setiap hari benda kita tak expect pun berlaku, okay? Dan kita tengah mengalaminya dalam keadaan MCO ni, satu dunia mengalaminya, dan kita perlu berubah mengikut perubahan masa yang ada sekarang, situasi sekarang, okay? Okay, sementara tu boleh, jika ada soalan untuk bertanya di ruang komen, okay? So now we move to our main discussion. Almost half year ago, the unexpected phenomena of COVID-19 has taken the center stage of the world. What are your general overview on our current situation of COVID-19 in Malaysia?
I think maybe I want to share one of the surah that we have here. If we were to look at even Surah Ar-Ra'd, this one is more for the Muslim when we read Al-Quran semua kan. Indeed, Allah will not change the condition of the people until they change what is in themselves. So even Allah pun dah berfirman, cakap yang kita perlu mengubah keadaan dan tak tunggu keadaan untuk mengubah kita. And if we were to look at Surah Al-Baqarah as well, Surah Al-Baqarah 286, Allah tidak akan membebankan manusia ataupun hamba-hambanya lebih daripada kemampuan. Meaning that any of the challenges that God, the Almighty, have actually put onto us as the servant, we will be able to ensure that we can actually get through it. So long as we usaha, so long as we believe, and also we pray for the best as well. Maknanya usaha tu kena ada in place. And the next one is actually a quote from Socrates. The next one, page 7, which talk about the secret of change is to focus your energy not on fighting the old, but on building the new. Yeah, page 7. Belakang lagi. Yeah, the secret of change. Tadi belum. Sebelum. Yeah, the secret of change is to focus on your energy. Yeah, not on fighting the old, but on building the new. So what happened is when change change take place, yang kita nampak rata-rata problem is we keep on whining, we keep on saying nak kena tukar, because we are very complacent with what we have, but with where we are and what we have been doing. So in the new normal or the world of change now, change is constant, is going to happen almost all the time. Yeah, we cannot be complacent. No more complacency in our diary or in our life lah, can say. Yeah, macam if you were to look at how exactly things are changing, even in the working environment. Yeah, the gig economy is coming. So when we talk about gig economy, people may not be employed in full time anymore. Maknanya tak ada full permanent employment. You may be on contract all the time, or you may be able to run 2 jobs at one time. Maknanya you choose maybe to be a lecturer for 3 days and 4 days you want to do something else. Yeah, that is the economy. The economy is actually pretty big, and it's coming to Malaysia. I know that it has started in Malaysia, but it's not been a phenomenon thingy in Malaysia, but it will be a phenomena somehow with the new generation, with the change that is coming almost rapidly in Malaysia. So that is part of the things that we have to really look at deeply and start preparing ourselves for. And the biggest challenge for us, and we are human, the biggest challenge is for us is actually fear. Fear of the unknown. Yeah, hari ni kita ada kerja, esok ni betul ke ada kerja ni? Am I going to still have a job? Or am I going to be able to still support to pay for my car, for my house rental and all that? So we have fear in ourselves that we have that fear that we will not be able to keep ourselves abreast with the development or the change happening out there, because the unknown is just not knowing. Kalau kita cakap tentang VUCA tadi, goes back to VUCA lah. The ambiguity, the complexity, the uncertainty. So this is something that we will be facing day in, day out, and almost every time in life now on. We cannot say that we're going to be complacent anymore and we would be able to stay as is and as what we want lah. So by having COVID-19, actually it gives us the opportunity to step ourselves up and try to bring ourselves alongside with the change. So how do we want to contemplate ourselves and ensure that change can happen? Sebab when we want to change sometimes, especially in a big event like what we are what is happening today, when we know that the R 4.0 is coming and all, we know that the change can't be just from ourselves. Maknanya kita nak buat seorang-seorang ni tak boleh. We need to have the platform, we need to see the policy changing and all. So when big things happen like COVID-19, this has allowed the change to happen in totality rather than just by pockets of people trying to do the change. So this is where when we talk about change, it needs to be everybody playing the role, and that's where kalau kita tengok the slide about the next slide, it need to come from organisation. It also needs to come from the government to support the whole change, and also by us personally lah. So I mean, if you are able to go to the next slide, talking about organisation readiness to the new norm. Then we, as an organisation currently, we were to look at any organisation. All the organisation is actually trying to ensure that they'll be able to start revisiting their vision and purpose, whether the purpose that they have currently and the vision that they have currently aligned to the current environment, which totally change in terms of the way of working, the way of life, whether it suits what they want to do before and how exactly they want to move forward, whether the vision is still there. Sama juga macam vision apa yang dia ada dulu. And for the workers, it's about building individual agility. That's very, very important. One of the things that I can actually think of is about trying to ensure that the people who works with us is familiar with the digital era. Yeah, but digital world is coming, the digital era is coming. So it's very important to make sure that we'll be able to build agility in people who's working with an organization. And it is no more working alone in silo. It needs to be working with a network, because that's where the point, having a team to run um, any project or program or even activities, it helps in terms of ensuring that things can be done more effectively and efficiently. One is by providing sama-sama the experience and also the knowledge, share of knowledge, to ensure that things can be done properly. And importantly is also to empower the team. It is no more like, the bureaucracy is there to get something approved. It will take so long that when you want to implement change, the change is no more there. It is already another change that should come into play. So empowerment is very important. Yeah? Have a network of people who will be able to be empowered to do things. Resilience in the culture is very important as well. At any time you may just say, in a month time we have to then change to a new platform, to a new system, because the current system that we have can't work anymore, or new processes and all that. And then the flexible working arrangement, the work from home and all now is happening, and I'm sure that people are also revisiting the office office arrangement, office setup, the way of how exactly you want to implement work from home. Actually, masa I was in Mas, we have started, when I was in internal audit, we have started working from home in 2008, the arrangement of working from home. You see, as an auditor, usually you will not stay at the office, you will be at your clients. So why do you want to maintain big offices? You may want to reduce or shrunk the office space and let people work from home, but you will have a different measure in terms of your KPI. It's no more like having to come to work at 8 and balik pukul 5. Yeah, it is by deliverables. You have to deliver A, B, C, D, E by week 1, week 2, week 3, week 4. And then we met every weekly, but not tak semestinya di office. You can actually meet dekat maybe restaurant or maybe your leader punya home or whatnot. You make that arrangement. But once in a month, we will have our overall department punya meeting where everybody have to be present. So this is where flexibility of what we want to do is important as well. We have to see how exactly you want to get the flexibility to happen. And we need people with ideas, innovation to come into telling us how do we want to run a different business model. The young ones especially, you will definitely have lots of ideas to see how exactly things can be done differently and how things can ensure sustainability in an organization. So, open up for ideas, open up for the opportunity for the young ones to come with ideas and share accordingly. And working in collaboration and partnership is very, very important when it comes to working in the new norm. Getting the organization ready, not just getting yourself, but also collaborate with many other agencies, many other companies, many NGOs to ensure that you would be able to bring things together. Yeah, it's not about win-win for you, but it's win-win for the group that you are working with. That is very, very important. Yeah, that's how I see it. That one is from organization readiness. Maybe Nadzirah, we take a question before I go for government effort and government ni pula, role pula.
Alright, thank you. Okay, for the discussion is okay. Kita ada soalan kat sini. Kita tengok dulu, boleh? Tadi ada yang 10:42 tadi ada Muhammad Syahmi. Mana
Okay.
ada soalan? Sorry, sekejap saya scroll.
How to overcome unemployment
nowadays. Yang tu Kejap lagi kita akan discusskan topik ni sikit. So kita hold dulu, boleh?
Okay.
Okay, another
Yeah.
one saya tengok tadi ada daripada era exclusive fashion. What the things that we had to prepare in ourselves to adapt any possibility today.
Dia semua pun nanti kita discuss towards the end.
Okay,
Saya ada some pointers semua. Nanti kita akan jawab ya, Era.
Alright, okay.
Any other question?
Another question.
Ada
How
ni.
will be the new norm look like when we begin this space reopening from Kayatri Makendran?
Okay, it depends on what is your role in this phase of reopening lah. Whether you are a student, you are a worker, you are graduating about to find a job and all. We have to be frank that it's not going to be easy, but there are things that we need to prepare ourselves for the phase reopening to ensure that we'll be able to be ready for it lah. Macam I know that the government have been doing quite numbers of things. Macam for university, I'm not sure Kayatri, you are working currently, Kayatri? Yeah. So if you are working, you have to really have a frank conversation with your employers to know the situation. How is it going to be like for me? And what exactly that I need to do to ensure that I be able to fit in the organization, or what is the survivability of the organization as well. The frank conversation between employer and employee needs to happen, and where in an instance, it might be difficult for an employer to retain the whole workforce fully. What are the steps or the action that need to be undertaken? Yeah, and even I know now some of the organization are already thinking about maybe taking part-time workers instead of full-time, meaning that you may be able to work with some companies for 3 days and you are free to do whatever, to get some job, or you do some other jobs for 4 days. You are being paid for 3 days, and 4 days you would be able to take another employment. So it depends on whether you are an entrepreneur as well. Entrepreneur, then some of the entrepreneur, I know that you have to start from scratch again, from zero again. So we need to assess. That's where macam the interpretation of phase reopening, depending on what role do you play and what exactly that you are looking at doing. You need to ensure that you have the right interpretation, you get the right clarity, and start looking at how do you want to go about it. Yeah, I know that the government is also doing something. Boleh maybe share the slide on the government effort. Ada satu slide yang saya tunjuk pasal the next slide tadi tu. Yeah, government have to play their roles as well, and also intervention. So there are already stimulus packages out there, prihatin bencana. We cannot expect that the government will be able to help us 100%. That's where the assistance came from the government, and we at our end we have to see how exactly we want to meet at the middle to ensure that things can happen properly. Government now is also encouraging public-private partnership, which I think is very, very important and very, very good effort to ensure that things would be able to be done together. The need of reviewing relevant acts and policies. I'm sure that with the new norm, a lot of act and policies need to be revisited balik. Contohnya kalau kita tengok some of the Labour Act and many others lah, MC punya policies or act need to be revisited to ensure that it will be able to meet the current situation of change. Infrastructure is very, very important, and this is where the government have to play its role together with the private entity, private sector, to make sure that the infra will be able to support what we want to do. When we talk about digital era, digital transformation, or the one that we are actually going or shifting ourselves to, without the right infrastructure, it's going to be difficult. I know some of the students, you may be living dekat rural area kan. So when you don't have connectivity, how are you going to learn? If you don't have maybe internet center or whatnot nearby your area, you may not be able to get information instantly. Getting your exam done online, not easy. So there are things that need to be readjusted and see how exactly things can be done properly, but infra need to come quickly to assist and ensure that we'll be able to do things properly. The need to enhance skills of the workforce. I know that there are already some initiative through Penjana to see how exactly to help the workforce readiness to the digital era as well. Now, digital is one of the things that we need to look at as something that we need to have. It's no more an option. We need to have digital skill, not the technical skill, but at least to know about digital. This is very important. But when we talk about infra, it is not just about infra, because we have to also ensure that there is an effective system, improve processes, and things that is being done to spur the economic activities. You can have infra whatnot, tapi kalau macam we don't have initiative untuk membangunkan ekonomi, untuk memulihkan ekonomi, it's going to be difficult. Yeah, so that's where I think it is very, very important to ensure that the government, now I know they are doing it, and we should be able to also highlight to them some of the issues, concerns we have relating to some of the things that will be able to then help ensure things can happen effectively during the COVID-19 in that situation. Yeah, so Nadzirah?
Yeah, okay.
Yeah, rasa nak masuk quiz ketiga.
Okay, boleh? Okay, soalan ketiga.
Okay. If you look at the plan pemulihan kerajaan that have been tabled, they mentioned about the 6R dalam plan pemulihan.
Okay.
There are 6R to plan pemulihan.
Okay.
Sekarang ni tak salah I, kita dekat recovery pemulihan ke? There are the 6R that we need to have that the government have actually launched in terms of the whole activity untuk memulihkan keadaan negara. So there's a 6R in the whole plan. So what is the 6R? If you can actually
6R. Okay.
Duit raya.
Okay, duit raya yang ketiga What is 6R Okay.
Dalam 6R
Ya.
Yeah.
Okay. Okay, sementara kita tunggu jawapan, nak tunggu kita punya pendengar untuk mendapatkan duit raya. Okay, so kita continue lah. Okay. Apa yang Media Azura tadi cakap, macam mana kita nak adapt situasi ni dan apa usaha government untuk membantu rakyat dalam keadaan situasi sukar ni. Tapi the reality is no one will stay at the same before or post COVID-19. No individual, organisation or country can escape these changes. The degree of difficulty that an individual has to go through this pandemic will determine their tendency to make the change. So studies show that difficulty in accepting changes will depend on employees' attitude. Even more so if they were comfortable with the structure and situation before COVID-19. Okay, so do you think that Malaysians are ready for the changes? And what is the biggest challenges for the people at the moment?
Okay. Saya nampak ada beberapa jawapan dah masuk dah, Nadzirah.
Okay.
Siapa yang jawab dulu tu?
Sekejap dulu. Okay. Syakirah Ahmad. 3, 4, 5, 6. Tak cukup. 6.
Betul. Start, recovery, revitalize, reform. Ya, betul.
Betul. Okay, so tahniah kepada Syakirah Ahmad. So duit raya ketiga kita berikan kepada Syakirah Ahmad. Boleh PM admin untuk dapatkan detail Okay, terima kasih. Okay, so kita continue Puan Azura.
Okay. Alright. Admin, can we go to the next slide? Yeah, when we talk about soalan tadi, what is the biggest challenge for people at the moment? The next slide, we talk about. I think this is very important. The challenge is the fear that we have in ourselves when we want to change. We will lose control. We with the stress, uncertainty. And you don't know what is going to happen next. Even the day that you want to go to work today, whether I'm going to still have a job today, and masuk kerja, then being told that you will not just be doing what you're doing now, but you're going to be holding another 2 responsibility of your colleagues because they're going to be not be there anymore doing the job. the loss of face, because maybe you're at leadership or management level, then you may lose your job, you have more work, and actually really the threat is real. We cannot say that it's not happening, it is already happening. And this is where we need to really see how do we want to make sure that we would be able to face it uh, properly lah. Or we need to get ourselves ready for it, because fear is something that everybody will have, yeah, in ourselves, that we fear what's going to happen next. And we don't know that day in future, so we just know what's going to happen. We can anticipate, but we don't know whether it's going to happen. We can maybe agak, but we may not know what exactly is going to happen. So this is where can we go to the next slide? We will keep on having that fear when we don't understand the real situation and we fail to accept the reality. Yeah, because we still think that it's rosy out there. Masih lagi habis je the COVID-19 punya 6R ni, we're going to be just back to normal. Reality is we're not going to go back to normal. It's not going to be a normal situation for us anymore. It's going to be different altogether. So we need to start accepting. The first thing first is to start accepting that it's not going to be the same anymore. So we have to be ready for change. And this is what the quote is saying. When you understand the real situation, then the fear will go and you will start focusing on what to do. And that is very, very critical for us to make sure that we understand the situation. Yeah? And like what I said earlier, we have to put all the effort. We cannot wait for people to put the effort for us and try to see how exactly we want to do things differently. And that's where I think I want to go to the next slide. Yeah, next slide. Talking about the survival skill. Just now we talked about organization effort. What organization is trying to put through to make sure that things can happen, sustainability and all. And then we talk about the government effort. Some of the effort that the government have actually put through, and some of the effort that the government need to also undertake to make sure that things can happen properly and Malaysia will stay strong as a country. And we have to also understand that this is not just happening in Malaysia. It's happening all around the world. So meaning if you want to say that, okay, tak apalah Malaysia macam ni, I think I can go to Singapore. But Singapore is also having the same issue. Thailand is also having the same issue. UK is also having the same issue. So we have to see how exactly we want to talk about our survivability. And as a leader, usually I'll talk about two core skills that people need to have. One is your technical skill. Technical skill is something that you learn as your technical knowledge. Maknanya if you want to be an accountant, you take a bachelor degree, you take maybe a CPA, you take ACCA, you get yourself ready for the job with your technical capability and also capacity. But the other one is actually about having the survival skill, or some people call it essential skills. So no matter what, as an individual, survival skill is important. Yes, about the technical skill is the one that can be learned. I mean, as an accountant, I'm an accountant before, but I ended up being a HR practitioner. So the technical skill to become a HR practitioner still can be learned. But survival skill is the one that will bring you further, or making you different from another person. So if you want to talk about survival skill here, I actually highlighted about the 7 survival skill. The first one is about having positive attitude. This is very, very important. Yeah? In many of my talk, in many of my sharing, positive attitude make a difference, make a whole lot of difference. It's about people even hire for attitude. You may not get the best for flat results, but when you actually turn up for an interview, or maybe you are doing online interviewers, I mean, I've been interviewing thousands of people, yeah, with the capacity that I had before. So attitude make a difference to choose Mr. A, B, C, and D. Yeah, and I think it's very, very important to make sure that when we have maybe A and D at the same point or sama markah kan, who do we hire? A ke D? Then we'll look at the attitude punya part tu lah. We will always think about the people with positive attitude. I think I want to share, how do you then instill positive attitude? Positive attitude will come with you having the right mindset to think positively, speak positively, and act positively. So usually I will share something about try not to say too many negative words. Try not to say too many no's when people ask you questions. But setengah orang kan, when we maybe dah, Azura, can you? No. Seriously, no. You know, belum apa-apa you dah cakap no. So that is actually putting the words to the mind, to the heart, to the action now. So you need to be able to always talk about positive words that will help set your mind to become positive. So that is one way lah. There are so many ways, but that is one way of trying to ensure that you are embracing positive attitude. Talk very positively, no matter how hard life has been for you, but you look at it from a different perspective. Yeah, great moral values. Great moral values. Kalau in Yayasan Peneraju last time, we always have 4 moral values that we try to embrace to anak-anak Yayasan Peneraju. I call it SAID, SAID, syukur, amanah, ikhlas, disiplin. We don't want to go too far. You know, we back to basic with 4 very basic moral values, which is syukur, amanah, ikhlas, discipline. And you know, back to basic, and we try to ensure that great moral values will be able to build you. And moral values is not things that can be built in a day. It is something that will come with your action. Yeah, you kena bersyukur, you jalankan tugas you dengan penuh amanah, and then whenever you want to do things, you have to do it with sincerity, you know, and discipline, you know, try to make sure that you be able to with discipline datang your assignment and all on time, for example lah. Spiritual strength. This one is something which is more, you know, maybe from the religious point of view as well. I do see that as very, very important to be able to have good spiritual strength, because that will help you whenever you're down and all. Yeah, for the Muslim, usually there are 3 things that you have to always carry with you or always do without fail. One is about solat, second is about baca Quran, third is about zikir. Solat, baca Quran, zikir. So what are the, no matter how busy you are, solat jangan tinggal. Kalau you boleh buat lebih-lebih solat tu baguslah. Solat sunat semua tu. Yeah, you know, duha is for rezeki. Yeah, and then you Quran jangan tinggal langsung. Kalau boleh, make sure that you baca every day, at least half a page. Keep on having that attitude of reading. Yeah, istiqamah. You need to have that istiqamah to keep on doing it. And also amalkan zikir-zikir, whichever that you think will help. Yeah? I think the recent one that I was being shared, masa bulan puasa, I start baca one zikir, which is Al-Barik. Ya, Al-Barik, maknanya mudahkan urusan ya Allah. So you need to find some way of trying to heal your heart. Spiritual is about healing your heart, making you calmer and all. So spiritual very important. For those who solat, make sure you jangan solat je, you faham makna-makna apa yang you baca dalam solat. Saya bila Al-Fatihah, bila you duduk antara 2 sujud, you faham ke ayat kursi tu apa makna dia. So solat is not just about reciting, but also about embracing internally. That's very, very important. Yeah. So put it into action and also put it into your heart. Yeah, baca tu bila that is very important lah, spiritual lah. Entrepreneurship mindset. So I would expect you UMK, you know, and entrepreneurship punya university, most of the lecturers, the staff, and also the student will have that entrepreneurship mindset. Entrepreneurship mindset doesn't mean that you need to be an entrepreneur, but entrepreneurship mindset is about having that resilient mindset in you, because you know, as an entrepreneur, you will have to face a lot of challenges, and this is where, you know, the resilience need to be in you lah. I always look at entrepreneur as people who be able to really do wonders. Sebab whenever you fail, you know, you bangkit balik, you will strive again, and then you fail again, you will bangun again, you know, stand up and do it again and again and again until you find that success lah. So entrepreneurship mindset is about setting your mind that you'll be able to achieve the impossible. So how do you want to achieve the impossible? That's very, very important. There's nothing impossible. Impossible is actually I am possible. So how do you want to make sure that things can happen? Whenever you set a target, you think that it's impossible, but what most important, We try to break it to tactical and also to operational. How do you want to make sure that you'll be able to achieve the impossible? And it's very, very important to have that mindset that you can do better than what you think you can do. Sebab bila you set the impossible, kalau your impossible is dekat matahari lah, you tak sampai the sun pun, you'll be able to reach the sky rather than you will fall on the tree. You know, that's why going for the impossible is very important. Start setting the mindset that you will be able to do more than what you can and try to find ways to do it. Yeah, language conversion. Language conversion doesn't mean that it's just English. I mean, last time my English was not really good. When I was in UUM, I remember with my friends, malam-malam, tengah malam, we do our English punya class lah, you know, interview in English and all, because I'm learning most of the things in Bahasa Malaysia, but we put the effort to try to speak in English and try to make sure that we'll be able to converse. So I think other than English, and then depending on what you really are doing, now the career that you want to take in, masih some we have this scuba diver punya program, and the majority of our scuba divers will be working with Chinese tourists from China. So instead of English, we actually provided them with Chinese language punya classes. You know, then the language conversion needs to be in an area where it suits the needs lah. But majority will always be in English because English currently is the new language. Yeah. But okay, we come to quiz nombor 4, Nadzirah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Quiz nombor 4. Okay.
Yeah. Okay, this is something that I have heard quite numbers of people say. So I wanted to see whether any of our penonton will be able to catch the question lah. Quite tricky, but it's true. Okay. So what will be the next language of the world?
Okay, next language of the world.
Yeah. What will be the next language of the world? Because now what people are saying that English is currently the language of the world. We want to be able to speak in English. You know.
Okay.
So what is the next language of the world?
Okay, what is the next language? Okay, so next kita punya question untuk duit raya hari ni, what is the next world language? Okay.
Yeah.
Saya jawab boleh?
Oh, tahu eh?
Kita bagi peluang kepada audience. Kita bagi peluang kepada audience. Okay.
So try to answer that. What is going to be the next language? Okay. All right. Then so then we go to digitally knowledgeable. So we need to be able to be digital. We need to have digital awareness. That's very, very important. Digital awareness and financially literate. Financially literate. Why it's important is because I've seen quite numbers of people when they have started to work and all, because of non-financial literacy, then they'll end up to be bankrupt. So you need to be able to know how to spend your money, how to invest, how to save your money and all that. So I think that's very, very important to make sure that you'll be able to be financially literate as well. Yeah. And all in all, that's the survival skill. But now versatility and agility is very important. What is agility? Agility is a condition where you'll be able to change yourself. You'll be able to adapt yourself very easily into a different situation. If let's say you are saying that, you know, suddenly saya belajar IT lah. You know, suddenly people ask you to do sales and marketing. Will you be able to then be agile enough, or will you be able to be adaptable enough to then be a sales marketing person lah? So how agile you are. Yeah, and the need of being multi-skilled, that's very important as well. You need to be able to have more than just one technical skill or one thing that you are good at. Very, very important. How do you ensure that you'll be able to do that? Yeah. Ada sesiapa yang, mari kita tengok jawapan. Setakat ni ada yang boleh jawab what is the next world language? Ramai jawab Mandarin, masih tidak betul. Okay, adaptability will be in the indirect language. You're right about the indirect language, but it's not adaptability. Mr. P. Yuktamarani.
Yeah.
You're right about
one of our
indirect language.
Yeah.
It's indirect language, but not adaptability. That's a clue. That's a
There's a
clue.
clue. Okay. So,
Yeah.
kita bagi clue je. Okay.
Almost but not. Almost but not.
Well done. Okay.
It's not that language. It's not the normal language. It's something else. But what is that? What is the what is the? Okay. All right.
Alright.
Itu jawapan saya ya.
Okay, so for the 7 survival skills that Madam highlight tadi, actually I like to highlight back on impossible is a I am possible. Okay, so dalam situasi yang sukar sekarang ni, walaupun kita rasa benda tu mustahil, tapi bila kita try lakukan sebenarnya tak mustahil.
Yeah.
Saya bagi contoh one of my friends, sebelum ni dia buka kedai telefon, tak pernah buat online. Okay, so bila dia try buat online, dia punya jualan untuk during MCO ni double, triple, fourth. Bila dia try buat sesuatu yang dia tak pernah buat. So itu yang kita kena try lakukan dalam keadaan yang sukar sebenarnya, tapi walaupun sukar, terdapat ramai yang grab the opportunity, then yang impossible tu become possible. Okay.
Ya, betul.
So banyak soalan sebenarnya kita dapat ni.
Okay.
Maybe kita baca satu. Saya tengok tadi ada from Indonesia tadi question.
Oh, okay. Alright.
Yes. Assalamualaikum Madam Azura from Seprianti Sabita Eka. I am Seprianti Eka Putri from Indonesia. There are two necessary change required to speed up digitalization and innovation strategy in these VUCA times. Strong leadership and high rate decisions. Second, business agility and higher speed of delivery. What's your perspective in this situation of new norm? How to adapt situation that companies wanting to successful with speed the new normal for customer to company and also employee to company interaction. Thank you. Panjang soalan dia.
Yeah, I'm trying to read the question.
Okay.
Let's change. Okay, the change is actually strong leadership and fast decision. The other one is business agility and high speed of delivery. How to adapt situation that companies wanting to be successful with speed the new normal for customer to company and also employee to company interaction. Okay, I think this one we are talking about, one is actually about leadership. You want to have a leadership that will be able to come up with fast decision, and I think I agree with you, Shapriyanti, that that's very critical. But at the same time, how do you want to ensure that the engagement or the relation between the company and also the customer will be able to be at the same speed, so that the new normal will work to both advantage, and the company will be able to serve the customer right now. This is where the leadership style now need to really change to adapt to what it is. In terms of strong leadership and high rate of decisions, this is about empowerment. We will not be able to really ensure that we'll be able to act fast enough if we stick to the current bureaucracy and not enabling the empowerment to be happening at the on the ground level. That's where earlier we were to look at what the organization need to change. We talk about have a network of people who be able to work in team and being empowered. So how do you ensure that the delegation of empowerment be able to happen in an organization? So that is something that the leadership need to be able to trust their people to run the show. Delegation of authority is very important. Business agility and high speed of delivery, these need to be looked into what kind of services you are actually offering, because if you were to talk about manufacturing, it's different. If we were to talk about services, we are actually providing services, it's different, because the nature of process need to change. The implementation and action that need to be undertaken needs to change. For example, if you want speed delivery, instead of taking maybe 10 steps or 10 processes, how do you ensure that you'll be able to cut the number of processes or activities to ensure that it can be delivered faster, but with appropriate control in place? So this is where innovative or great ideas will be able to help make things happen. So when things actually can help, can be done faster and all, That's where the business will be able to deliver, and sustainability and business agility will come to play. So to address the business agility and high speed of delivery, this usually will come with innovation, ideas, and how exactly the team will be able to come out with a new way of working. So the new way of working, I call it wow way of working. How do you want to adapt the new wow? So if you were to have, if you were to do it this way, how do we actually do it slightly differently? So the new wow. So how do you want to actually address the new wow? You cannot just simply depend on your management. You may be able to depend with the members of people who's working with you to ensure that things can happen successfully. I hope that is answering what you are asking. But you also asked about the new normal for customer and also employee to company interaction. So employee to company interaction, this is where the engagement need to happen fast. That's one, and the other one is actually the element of trust need to be there. So how do you want to embrace trust between employee and also the company is important. Yeah, then the engagement, the interaction will be better. So as an employee, so how do you make your company trust you? That's important. It cannot be one way. It has to be two ways in terms of interaction, and it can help really to support the company better. I hope that I answer your question, Saprianti.
Alright, thank you for the answer. Actually ada banyak soalan.
Okay,
Maybe kita tak sempat nak raikan semua. Kita baca
okay.
satu lagi soalan boleh ke nak continue
Boleh,
dulu?
boleh.
Okay.
Boleh macam satu lagi soalan?
Okay. Kita baca minit 11.10 from Siti Afrika. Siti Afrika actually my colleagues also
11
lecture accounting, yes, regarding fear of change. Do you think by setting new law or policy may reduce the fear of change? Or this culture of fear must be dealt using specific way? Which way?
Okay. Setting new law and policy will be one of the way actually. That's where when we are in a new environment or new situation or we are in crisis, usually one of the things that we have to look at is whether or not some policy or law need to be changed. Macam tadi we talk about labour law, yeah, because with the gig economy, then the labour law need to be revisited to see how exactly to address the new way of working moving forward. So law and policy is one of the way to actually reduce and get people to have the feeling of I'm not you feel more comforted lah. Nak kata you tak fear langsung tak boleh juga. It will reduce the level of fear that you have because certain law will be able to give you the way, not to say the way out, but the way forward of how exactly things can be done. Yeah? Then the culture of fear also, there are lots of way of managing culture of fear. And for me, what most important is about having that frank conversation. Having that frank conversation really really important. Whenever you are in the unknown, it's only macam most of the people, especially those who are having their job and all, you are in the world of unknown lah, I call it. You are not sure what is going to happen now at present, and you are not sure what is going to happen in future. So unknown, and what is it? So the frank conversation need to happen between the top level with the employees. There are times you have to also understand when the financial is not helping. The financial is not helping. I mean, the organization may not be able to pay you full salary. You may have to accept, cut off salaries, but it needs to be clear engagement. It needs to be communicated. It needs to be communicated to make people understand why certain direction has to be undertaken lah. Because having that clear communication and engagement will be able to get people to feel more settled. But it's not just about communication. It's also about what next action that need to be undertaken. Macam ada just now I mentioned about one company was saying that okay, I may not be able to pay my people full salary, so I'm actually letting them to work 3 days a week, and I'm allowing them now. I'm actually changing my policy to allow them to have another job. But some companies you only can have one job, you cannot do anything else, so that okay, I maybe dapat gaji 3 hari for 3 days week, or 60% of the month, but I will have an avenue to do something else for another 4 days. So what can I do? So that clarity needs to be in place. So but when you let the unknown too long, people are not sure what exactly is going to happen. That is where the demotivation happen. You're not sure of what is going on lah. I think that is very important. Have that frank conversation. That's why when you have that frank conversation, usually you will go through lah the apa the cycle tu lah. Bila you dapat the news, oh you feel so demotivated lah and all kan. But you need to at one point accept that reality to say that okay, this is happening. So what am I going to do next? The company has plan A, B, C for me. Do I want to go with the plan that the company or the university have planned for, or do I want to take a different option? You need to also come up with certain decision that you want to undertake for yourself lah. Again, it's the new norm. We cannot sit complacently. Meaning that kalau you sit complacently tu, you are gonna be left behind already lah. That's how I see it. You sit complacently, you don't want to do anything, you may be among those who will be left behind. Because people are already chasing for the new things or the change that will gonna happen moving forward. I hope that answer the question. Nadzirah, next quiz.
Okay, so next quiz. Yang quiz tadi jawapan dah ada ke?
Oh ya, lupa.
Ya.
Oh my god, lupa.
The
ramai dah jawab. Japanese salah. Bahasa isyarat salah. I didn't see
any correct answer. Alright.
Yang dekat dengan answer digital language. Almost but not digital. What's the word? Siti Azura. You almost get the answer but not exactly.
Okay, so kita tunggu lagi lah. Okay, so kita sambung dengan next quiz ke?
Boleh? Alright.
Okay.
The next quiz, just now I shared about the moral values. In Yayasan Penaju, I did mention there are 4 moral values that we cascaded down to all Yayasan Penaju scholars. Alright. So what are the 4 values that I have shared just now?
Okay, saya pun nak jawab juga soalan ni.
Apa 4 moral values yang Kak Azura share?
Apa yang Kak Azura share tadi, bila Azura share kita tadi, 4 tu, numbers tu, dan bukan numbers, huruf kan? Huruf dan apa untuk apa 4 tu. Okay? Okay, boleh jawab. Siapa cepat dia dapat dioraya RM50. Okay. Alright, so sementara kita tunggu jawapan, kita nak continue ke sikit lagi?
Boleh ya, boleh.
Okay, so kita continue lah. Maybe the last session lah kot ke macam mana?
Okay, boleh.
COVID-19 is estimated to cause unemployment for 2.4 million employees by the Malaysian Economic Research Institute, MIER. To reduce the economic impact to the people, the Malaysian government has announced various economic stimulus package and financial aid. Okay, even in the dalam ucapan Perdana Menteri masa Pelan Jana Semula Ekonomi Negara, dijangkakan pada Mei ni from 3.9% kadar pengangguran di Malaysia, dia akan meningkat sehingga 5.5% pada tahun 2020 ni. Okay, around 860,000 rakyat Malaysia dijangka menganggur sepanjang tahun 2020 ni. So what advice would you have for others to face the difficult situation right now? Apa yang dia perlu buat? Adakah mencari kerja ataupun create kerja sendiri ataupun apa sahaja kerja yang dia boleh lakukan? So what your advice?
Okay, usually in any crisis that we have, there will always be opportunity.
Yeah.
In any crisis that we have, there will always be an opportunity. Macam tadi Nadzirah share, your friend would be able to really take that crisis and turn it to opportunity and earn good income. And I think that is where, as much as the government is trying to really help to create job, trying to really get our entrepreneurs to also be assisted to ensure that they'll be able to restart and all. We have to see how exactly what are the things that we can do at our end uh, to do things differently and also to create that niche of ourselves. I always think of a person as a person who would be able to really have their own niche, that they'll be innate either in the workforce or you can actually be your own, you can actually work on your own lah. You know, satu tadi we talk about survival skill. You need to be able to really master survival skill. So, you know, usually kalau kita tengok orang-orang macam Jack Ma and all, they may not have the real good degree, but they be able to really be a successful people because they have the right survival skill. And then for now, you need to be able to assess the situation. We talked about it in VUCA just now. How do you want to assess the situation now? If you are an accounting student, kata kan, you are an accounting student, is there lots of job waiting for me out there? If I cannot actually work with an organization, is there any kind of services that I can actually offer? Ya, katalah macam okay lah, maybe saya boleh tolong beberapa SME buat account sebulan. Tak payah kerja full time. So, tak adalah sehari saya pergi satu company, 5 hari dalam sebulan saya akan serve 5 company. They can actually jimat masa sebab dia jimat duit sebab dia tak payah nak hire people in full. Saya pun boleh dapat income because you cannot expect like high end income that you can get lah. So you need to be able to build your niche, your self niche. I think that's very important. Understand the issues very quickly, assess and see how exactly you want to actually fit into the whole environment or whole situation lah. You need to be able to do that yourself. You cannot depend on the lecturer, you cannot depend on your parents, you cannot depend on the companies out there because you need to be able to find a niche. Okay, I can share with you what is my niche. When I go and go for interview and all, I have my life story as my niche. Okay, so whenever I go for an interview, that life story actually help build my personality because I went through quite a tough journey of life because I have to go through like 8 surgery when I was small because I have my cleft problem, I cannot speak well and all. So my life story actually helped me build my niche and people will be able to see me differently from other candidates. So importantly, you need to know what are your real strengths as an individual, assess the current situation and see what exactly that can you offer out there as a person differently. Yeah. So think about the positive, think about the good things that you have on yourself. But at the same time, when you know your weaknesses, try to see how exactly you want to improve your weaknesses. Yeah, the SWOT analysis, you learn about SWOT analysis, right? So the SWOT analysis, that's very important. Yeah, and then you need to be able to build your brand. Sorry to say, but you need to be able to build your self brand. Yeah, LinkedIn is one of the best place to build your self brand. Your brand. I do see quite numbers of students. I do see many people who be able to really sell themselves really well on LinkedIn to be able to get jobs. Part-time job ke, full-time job ke, but you need to be able to put away the fear and try it out. You may not get it right the first time. Masa dulu kan kita nak tulis dalam Facebook, nak tulis satu posting tu berapa jam. Betul punya English ni, betul aku cakap kan. So you need to be able to have that confidence level to try it out and bring yourself out there lah. For people who really want to, and then you need to build connection. Yeah, you need to build connection. Macam in LinkedIn, you get people to give you views. You see whether some people will be able to inspire you. I always say that. I always say this. Whenever you want to feel inspired, you look up. You look up to the people who will be able to give you lots of good points, lot of good feedback that will be able to inspire you to be better. Whenever you want to feel blessed, look down. Look at the people who are suffering down there and you feel thankful that you are not as bad condition as they are. Yeah, so you need to be able to really try to build your brand and get that inspiration, get the pointers from people who are already have that experience out there lah. Yeah, I can tell you, LinkedIn, Facebook, but you need to be able to approach people properly lah. Yeah, how do you want to ask question? This is something, the skill that you can actually learn. Online skill banyak sana yang people are offering even freely. You listen to you tengok dekat LinkedIn all kind of free online punya session that they are offering for you to just master your online punya branding skill lah. That is very important. Seek assistance wherever possible. And most importantly, you may not be able to just work alone. Try to find people to work with you. Macam tadi kan, macam I was saying about maybe you're not able to find a full-time job, you can find a part-time job, tapi you dapat sendiri pun you tak boleh. You need to be working in collaboration with others. I think that's very important. The ability to work very closely with others. Kiranya then you ada macam bukanlah consortium. You work together with people to ensure that you'll be able to get to what you want to achieve lah. But find mentors, find people who can advise you, find people who will be able to inspire you and not let you down. Don't find people who will always complain, whine and all, because you will also be having that negative mindset. Okay? Alright, I want to go to the next slide. Boleh Amin? Slide number 13. I would like to encourage everybody to look at the 3H that I mentioned. When I talk about leadership at heart, I'm a believer of leadership at heart. Right? And I always talk about the 3H of a human or of an individual, which is the head, the hand, and also the heart lah. Okay, you need to be able to then connect all the three together. Yeah, because head is about having the ilmu, hand is about doing, practicing, you mengamalkan, and the heart is the first is about intent. Yeah, macam if you were to look at the first 40 hadis, talking about intent, niat. You need to have niat. Then having that intent, you will then have your knowledge to practice. So your heart berniat, your head, ilmu yang you ada ni, you put into practice and you keep on doing it, it will become the way of life. And when we talk about change, that's where when we talk about knowledge, it is always talking about the lifelong learning, because things will change. I've been a CEO before. I'm now a board of directors. I'm still studying MBA. Why? Because I want to ensure that I will have relevant knowledge. My experiences, I have experience, but things have changed for the past 20 years. So what is it now that is in the lah, yeah, in the situation that I need to always keep myself abreast on development of knowledge. Yeah, hence action. So the things that you do, better things that you do, positive things that you do, action will also affect your heart and your way of life. Ilmu, your amal, and also your iman, your heart. So whenever your mindset that is positive, you will do positive things. Your heart or your way of life will be positive. So you need to sync all three to ensure that you'll be able to build a better you. It cannot be you taruh 4 flat, ada ilmu je, but you don't amal, you don't put into doing, it will not be part of you. So that's what this 3H is all about. Ilmu, amal, dan iman. Yeah, it will become part of you now. Alright? So that is very important if you want to really be a person with and a leader. Because the leader don't just make a decision through their mind, but also they need to have that element of heart whenever they want to make a decision. Alright? Okay, Nadzirah, ada ke yang dah dapat jawab?
Okay, so untuk soalan yang kelima, saya rasa yang betul ni saya tengok atas sekali Nur Azura. Syukur, amanah, disiplin, ikhlas.
Ya, betul.
Betul. So Nur Azura. So untuk kuis yang kelima, tahniah diucapkan kepada Nur Azura. Betul kan? Empat kan?
Keempat ke kelima? Saya benar tak ingat lah.
Yang keempat tadi tak ada lagi. Yang language tu.
Oh, okay, language.
So yang ni yang kelima. So tahniah Nur Azwa dapat RM50 duit raya. So boleh PM admin lah untuk dapat maklumat yang selanjutnya. Okay. So soalan yang keempat kita ada jawapan ke? Puan Azura? Lagi
Okay. Digital almost but not the okay, the
virtual language.
Virtual not exactly right. Okay. Okay lah, I bagilah. The word start with C.
C. Okay, the word start
What
from
start with?
C.
Yeah.
The next world language, okay?
Hmm.
Kita tunggu. Ada lagi nak dapat duit raya ni.
Yeah.
Okay,
Okay.
so kita raikan satu lagi soalan.
Okay.
Okay, kejap saya scroll. Okay, kita tengok soalan daripada Hizami Hasin. 19 minit dia tanya. Dear speaker, may I ask how to create or build confidence level for ourselves, fight with fear, fight with uncertainty and so on.
Okay. May I ask how to create or build confidence level for ourselves? Okay. When you want to actually create confidence level of yourself, you need to be able to practice. You need to be able to put things into practice. Okay. I am a person having fear. Macam today kan, I have this session. Usually every session, whenever I want to have a session, I will have that fear in me lah. But what most important is for us to be ready for it. Yeah. So whenever you want to build confidence, you need to be ready for what you want to face lah. Yeah. For example, you are about to do a presentation. You cannot simply just go without any preparation.
Yeah.
So you need to put some action into place to say that, okay, I will prepare myself for the presentation. But prepare will not be enough. You need to practice.
Yeah.
You need to practice. So that's where whenever in the earlier time when I was working accounting student and then cakap English pun tak betul, tak boleh semua. Whenever I have to do a presentation, the day before I will always make myself ready. Even duduk depan cermin, practice how to present, how to speak English the right way. I actually listen dulu cassette. We don't have this CD ke, we don't have all this online music or online things that we can learn from. Letak cassette, dengar through cassette. You need to put effort to it to build confidence. And you need to do it repetitively. You cannot just do it once. Yeah, you may fail once, but you need to keep on doing it. You need to keep on doing it. You need to get maybe one or two friends of yours. You know, you work in group, and then you try to improve your. Three of you try to improve yourself together lah. That is easier because for you to do it on your own, it's going to be difficult. Someone need to see whether you are doing it rightly, but you have to be able to take criticism very well. Yeah, because I have friends who say Allah sebut pronunciation English pun salah. You get what I mean? You need to be able to say, okay lah, betul lah, memang salah pun. So how to pronounce it? That's why positive mindset is very important. You have to be very open on criticism, accept it because you want to be better. Yeah, so and then you have to keep on practicing. You keep on practicing. Macam the first time when I want to go for interview when I was in UUM, masa nak for my first job, maybe just to share. I actually sent out my resume the first day of my last semester. Yeah, last semester dekat university I dah send out. Dulu tak ada email kita hantar surat. Surat all the companies to actually ni lah. And starting then on, I start to learn English with my friends. Yang tengah malam semua cakap memang gelak lah. Sebab tak apa-apa dah cakap bahasa, among friends semua kan. But you practice every night. You practice every night. One becoming the interviewer, one becoming the interviewee, trying to answer question. When you actually put things into practice, and it's something that you have been doing, sama lah tadi, the head, the hands, the heart. Dia jadi ilmu, amal, jadi part of you. So it becomes the way of work, the way of life, the way of how you do things. So it is already in you. So you'll be able to then get the fear out from yourself, and you'll be able to build the confidence. And don't feel afraid when you make mistakes, because we are not perfect anyways. We are not perfect, and then we want to ensure that we'll be able to go for the best of us. So accept criticism, be open, find a mentor. You need to find a mentor. Usually Sunny, if you want to able to find positive mentor, cari mentor yang positive, okay, could be able to try to help develop you to be a greater person. Because in everybody ni my mom cakap everybody is actually being born equal. All of us are being born equal. So what differentiates us are our strengths, our weaknesses, our goods and our bads. So we need to be able to know what are our strengths, what are our weaknesses, so that you can actually really put your strength into the best of you to be that different person and to get to your level of niche, your niche, to be the real person that you can sell yourself out there and be a better person as well. So I hope you'll be able to, I answer your question already.
Okay.
Ada ke orang jawab?
Yang betul.
Ya. Command culture. Okay. Siapa yang first jawab coding?
Code language Saya tengok.
I think I saw Fifiana. Fifiana Idayu. Anybody before Fifiana Idayu? Okay,
Viviana.
Fifiana, you won. It's coding.
Okay.
People are saying that coding is actually the world language because you don't need the real language anymore because people who knows coding, that's the language for the world. So, you know, if you want to have your kids, you have your sisters and all, please encourage them to learn coding. Not to say that you have to really be terror or, you know, technically tahu everything about coding, but that simple language of coding is very, very useful in future because that is expected to be the world language soon. Tak payahlah nak cakap bahasa Malaysia, bahasa Inggeris, French or whatever not, but coding will be the universal language. That's what being mentioned to me by many speakers. Alright, congratulations, Viviana.
Okay, kepada Viviana Idayu. Kejap lagi PM admin untuk dapatkan maklumat selanjutnya. Tanya dapat duit raya seorang lagi. Okay, so sebelum kita tutup, kita raikan satu lagi soalan boleh?
Boleh.
Okay, satu soalan saya scroll sekejap. Sekejap. Soalan. Okay, from Piyupta lagi, good session Madam Azura. The world is a very vulnerable position today, yet there is always hope to transcend to new setting and challenges. May all focus on the positive attitude and embrace with courage and faith. Have a great day ahead. Okay, dia bukan soalan lah, dia conclude kan lah yang kita perlu ada positive attitude, courage and faith dalam sesuatu transaction kita.
Yeah, this is really good conclusion.
Yeah.
We have the positivity in us. Yeah. We really embrace and we do whatever that we can. But at the end of the day, it's always faith and also fate. F-A-T-E came into play. But always remember that once you fail, it's not the failure forever. I mean, you may fail many times, but at the end of the day, you will be able to be successful. So never feel sad whenever you fail. Start doing it, but most importantly, whenever you fail, don't try to implement the same thing again. Try to see how the option of trying to do it differently. When you do it differently, you try to see how exactly to achieve the same goal in a different way. That might be a successful way of doing things. Okay?
Alright, so saya rasa itu sahajalah untuk hari ini. Terima kasih banyak kepada Yang Mulia Puan Raja Azura kerana sudi berkongsi pengalaman hari ini. Saya rasa hari ini lebih kepada sharing experience and motivate us. Macam mana kita nak menghadapi situasi sekarang, macam mana kita nak berubah kepada new norm. And saya rasa penonton dan pendengar dapat banyak maklumat, banyak info, banyak inspirasi daripada cerita dan perkongsian hari ini.
I hope so. Thank you very much for listening, everybody. I have one last slide that I want to show. Boleh tak?
Okay, so boleh. Ada lagi slide.
Slide nombor 4. 14, sorry. Slide nombor 14.
Okay, boleh?
Okay, slide nombor 14.
Tunggu. Okay, ada kejap.
Alright. Okay, this is talking about the pessimists, orang yang suka complain, they will always complain, you know, and they will just go with the wind. The optimists will always expect, you are expecting things to change. You are expecting things to change, but you are not taking action. But realists will adjust. This is where, you know, you are putting yourself into you need to put yourself into the realist. Yeah, you know that change will need to happen. Try to understand what needs to happen and adjust yourself to sail together with the change, or else you will be stuck wherever you are. You will not be able to change, and you will not be aligned to the new norm. And now, as we are talking about the new norm, people are already talking about what is the next norm out there. So,
Yeah.
things are changing really fast.
Yeah.
To make sure that we'll be able to keep ourselves abreast with the changes happening around not just Malaysia but around the world. And I wish to thank everybody for listening. Thank you very much for being a good audience. Thank you so much. Congratulations for those yang menang hadiah raya pada hari ini. Nadzirah, thank you so much as well for being such an amazing moderator. And Min, terima kasih banyak-banyak. All went really well. But we have one closing video for all of you. Why change is good, and I hope that sama-sama kita doakan semoga Malaysia dapat melempasi tahap MCO kita dengan jayanya, and we would be able to change for the better. I pray for all of you to be able to do well out there. InsyaAllah, pray hard, work hard, don't take it too hard, but keep on doing great things in yourself, and insyaAllah you'll be able to achieve what needs to be achieved. So the last video, why change is good, I hope that you'll be able to really also motivate you as a closure for today's session.
All right.
Sound. Tak ada sound
Tak ada sound. Sekejap. Okay, tunggu sekejap ya.
Our bodies may be limited, but it's our spirit that's unstoppable. When I let go of what I am, I become what I might be. The defiant human spirit remains steadfast. When you choose courage in the face of fear, you defy the things that hold you back from greatness.
I think that life is not about the amount of days that you live on this earth, but it's about what you fit into those days that allows you to live a remarkable life. Every one of us, every single day, is blessed with the air that we breathe, the opportunities that we have. And I challenge you every
At some point, we all bought into this lie that you got to feel ready in order to change. We are not designed to do things that are uncomfortable or scary or difficult. To do all those things that you know you want to do with your life, with your work, with your dreams, you're going to have to do things that are difficult, uncertain, or scary. We want to change. We want to live a better life. The desire is there. Again, it's about how do you go from knowledge to action.
You and I are designed to be purpose-seeking mechanisms. When we're not, when we live in our comfort zone, we live a life of survival.
No matter how chaotic your vision, no matter how chaotic your life, don't ask yourself who you are today. Ask only, who do you want to become? And then are you willing to pay the price to get there? Take an action today or you never will.
Alright.
Itulah
Okay.
video.
Video. Okay, ada Nadzirah nak conclude apa-apa?
Ya, saya rasa banyak dah yang saya kongsi hari ni. Saya pun tak tahu apa, tak boleh berada nak kongsi. I hope that you all have been able to get some of the insight, some of the tips, some of the things that will be able to motivate you or find ways to try to do better in future. If you want to contact me, you can always contact me through my Facebook. I'm quite active dekat Facebook, dekat LinkedIn. I'm active in LinkedIn as well, Insta as well. You can always ask questions. I will try to see how can I maybe advise you further. Thank you very much for listening today. Like what have been said in the last video, is about taking action. Kalau kita just tahu tapi kita tak buat tu, it's not going to happen. So take action and try to ensure that you'll be able to achieve the impossible, because the impossible is actually I am possible. Alright, thank you. That's all from me. Yep.
Okay, so saya ucapkan sekali lagi terima kasih kepada Yang Mulia Puan Raja Azura atas kesudian untuk memberikan sedikit perkongsian pada hari ini. Dan juga terima kasih kepada semua pendengar dan subscriber UMK Official. Kita jumpa lagi untuk sembang santai seterusnya pada masa akan datang. Sekian. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.
Salam.